Okay, here we are. I appear to be live everywhere I try to go live. Let's get into today's Stardew Valley. So we are about 400,000 G from achieving perfection, and that should only take a few days. So we will be reaching perfection today, which is essentially the finale. That's when the credits roll. That's when I unlock the post-perfection items. And it should not take very long today. So I'll be able to show you those items as well. Continuing to boost our uh, profits a little bit thanks to the slime eggs, but not too much. We have our third from last starfruit harvest of the season. Should harvest them one more time on the last day. 24th and 28th. We finally are getting enough truffles to reasonably cover all of the oil makers at all times. Let's get all this sold. Get our blessings, even though I don't know that it actually matters currently. Mystical Cavern Dive would probably be more money heavy than would be finding the prismatic butterfly, but I like the prismatic butterfly, so I'll look for it. Always nice to get some coal. We've used so much. Between all the bee houses I've made, and preserved jars, and smoking fish. And they're doing tried to get a full stack for the uh, dark piano in the desert. So why you would use an entire stack of coal on a decorative item, I do not know. But maybe that's just me speaking as someone who doesn't invest a lot into the decorative aspects of the game. But sometimes I'll do a little bit of decoration on the farm once, I'm not trying to get money for anything anymore. I don't think you can say you're decorating your farm if the only thing you've really put on it is paths. Or, like set up the scarecrows in a row, or, yeah, it just doesn't quite count. But unfortunately, uh, Saturday, Sunday, they're not really big money days. But I will probably uh, Probably get honey in a couple days, right? Yeah, next day. Alright, let's see if we can find a prismatic butterfly and get an easy 50k. I don't see it here or in the tunnel area. I'm not seeing it here in the mountains. Let's get us a view of the quarry to be sure. I see a couple butterflies in the quarry, but not one that's sparkling. There's another leak up by the Adventurers Guild, but I don't need to collect all of them. I mean, they'll go away at the end of the day because it's Saturday, but let's see, zoomed all the way out, I can see that it's not over by where the bookseller sets up. Anywhere on the top portion of town? Still don't see it. The main part of town. We will cross the bridge. Just to be absolutely positive. Come down here. Don't see it in this corner. Right through the main part of town. See if it's around here anywhere. But I do not see it still. So we get onto the beach. And if it is on the beach anywhere, it's way out over the water, and I can't see it anyway. I wouldn't be able to get to it. Don't forget to check the bus station, it can appear there. Despite how messed up the bus station looks when you're zoomed all the way out. Have you ever actually been clear on if the butterfly despawns if you're in the area that it was in, and you come back to that area afterwards? Don't see it in there, so it should be somewhere in the forest. I used to at the train station too, but according to the wiki, that's not one of the places it can appear. And unless it's over here, I'm not finding it today. Alright, if you saw it, let me know, but I certainly did not. I saw a few butterflies, but I certainly did not see one sparkling. What a lovely way to waste a day. Though some part of me wonders, having checked all the areas and failed to find it multiple times recently, is if simply seeing the tunnel from up above is insufficient. You actually need to come down here. Make it appear if that's where it is. But eventually you can add something that adds a path there, so it feels like that shouldn't be the case. I did see that the quests in the towns board have not been taken, so I decided those are not something I wanted to do this week. A good number of truffles again. We haven't gotten a truffle crab yet, I don't think. Maybe we got one. But truffle crabs are not terribly common. I actually thought they were a myth because I never actually got one in my first playthrough after 1.6 came out, but I have since found them, so I can at least confirm the existence. And at 8:30 p.m. I don't see what else I'm going to manage to accomplish today that would give me any sort of uh, progress. So I head to bed. And thanks to Strawberry Harvest, we did get. Thanks in part to Strawberry Harvest, we got over 50,000. It's mostly the truffle oil. And truffle oil is how we make sure we at least make a little bit of money every day. Yes, all the animals I like, but for being honest, they're not the big money makers. It's the truffle. It's the pigs. The crops are already watered. And it is, in fact, honey day today. So I'll be able to get a significant amount more than I'm currently getting. I'll put that away because there's less than 100 there, so I wouldn't be able to make a egg out of it. Cave chili today instead of something that will make me money, but we do have some row finished aging. I will put only the pigs out today. We did get 30 hay from Marty to start this stream. That was kind of nice. They're all coop animals too. We're getting iridium dino eggs to sell today. Unfortunately, the ostrich I'm turning into mayo is just silver quality. Disappointing. Alright. I missed an egg. So I'll go back in and sell that. There. Go back in and process that. There's plenty of grass down here for the pigs to eat, but they're staying up here and digging up truffles on the other side of the fence. Also start getting tea again tomorrow, but that's not a huge money maker. But since I'll be getting tea tomorrow, I'll sell what I have. It's just how I cycle it out. No need to have season-old tea in my inventory. It's not like it grows in potency over time. It's probably not too late if I wanted to go to the desert trader, get enough staircases to do 100 floors of the Skull Cavern. It's not strictly necessary for me to do so, but it's not too late if I wanted to. Still getting some wild honey there because the interior fairy rose has not finished regrowing yet. But they'll get there eventually. Send back home and sell all this. And can I call the wizard and see what his buildings cost? Or is he not connected? He's not connected. There's the beach and mountain obelisk left to get. And I know iridium bars are part of it. For the mountain, I think you also need earth crystals. But I think you need something else too. For the beach one, you need clam and coral. Which is why I've been hoarding that forever. The earth obelisk takes you to the mountain. Only requires iridium bars and earth crystals. Well, let's do that. 10 of each. I rarely go to the beach. I go to the mountain more often. I can't do both today. I don't have enough money for both. But I can get one taken care of. Just looking. I'm not at the point where if I see an iridium bar in the traveling cart, I jump to buy it. I have enough iridium for everything else I need to do here. In fact, I have enough iridium, I could just sell it to have all the money I need right now. Yeah, clam and coral, you can see. And since it requires 2 additional items, it doesn't require as many iridium bars. I'll just keep making a line here. It blocks off the area that goes up from there, but that's okay. Alright, now we can clearly see when my money gets up to 500,000 G again, I can get the last obelisk. And we're gonna get a significant portion of that when we go to bed tonight. But we still have a lot of day left to do. I should go to the desert regardless and trade in some of my jade. Just cause, otherwise it's just sitting in my chest. And if while I'm there, I think I can still make a decent go at getting down 100 floors, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'll at least have the staircases sticking around for the next time I do actually decide to do it. So I have I have 263. I will take enough so that I have 100 left. I think I also have some additional staircases just sitting somewhere, but that's okay. I do also have this tree farm here that I'm trying to maintain. This one only about wood. I mean, could I reach floor 100? Probably, but I don't know that I could actually do any more of that. Hello, Marys. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing okay. This is an exciting point of the game. Very, very close to completing everything. Thank you. Yes, this is Stardew Valley. I did label the stream correctly today. I suppose you can. Oops, I went down the ladder and so the drop shaft had opened. Yeah. I would not like to see artwork. I don't need that frog egg. So I'm definitely not gonna reach floor 100 since I didn't actually bother to start using staircases, but I can go down a few floors and see if I can. I've got some lucky early uh, radioactive. Yeah, that's a lot of serpents. I'm just gonna go. Head on home. At the end of this day, I'm gonna take like just a minute break. Uh, kind of overslept today, so I started the stream late and didn't have time to grab something to drink before I went live. So my throat's gonna get dry real fast if I don't go grab something. Okay, I had 68 staircases in there already. Now I have 231. So certainly more than enough to uh, do several skull cavern dives if I wanted to. Assuming that I only staircase down to 100, of course. You can go as deep as you want. I think you can go deep enough to break the game, but not with my human clicking. So I'll put the bombs away. I'll put the food away as well. Squid ink by itself isn't food, but its main use is to make squid ink ravioli. I was about to say that I didn't want to go to sleep quite yet because I thought the truffle oil would be ready again before I slept. And as soon as I think it, before I could even say the words, it finished. So we'll pop in to sleep, and I won't even progress past the earnings screen yet. Oh, by the way, Penny hasn't asked for a new baby because this one is still sleeping in the crib. It crawls but does not walk, so crib sleeping still. Alright, we made good money, and I will be right back. Continue. Up to 355,000. So Penny, She's heading into town today. There's an emerald. The child is up by the tea leaves today. Good, we're starting the child early on respecting tea. I got a bunch of coffee beans today, but I haven't been putting them in the kegs. Alright, that makes me happy. I'm down to 1 stack of slime. Truffle oil again. And have some crimson fish roe. So many chatters that go quiet as soon as I say that I don't want channel art. Just keep taking care of all the animals. Just because they're not as profitable as pigs doesn't mean I'm going to ignore them. That's one that's not processing. I'll let the pigs out today at least. All the other animals are fine and productive if they're inside. We have the flower dance coming up, and I will dance with Penny, but it's kind of a waste of a day. Honestly. Flower dance is not one of the more important festivals in the game. I'm not doing anything else. Let's go up and see a train for once in this playthrough. Stop on the horse and head up there. I might not get anything out of it, but I haven't shown a train yet, so. So, if you're not too far away and or have a horse, when you see the notification that there's a train, you can go up here and you can actually see a train going by. And sometimes things will fall off the train. Like we see some coal falling off. You can collect that coal. You can also stand in front of the train. If you're here when it arrives, you can stand in front of it and die. But so a rare situation where even outside of the mines you can die. Got some wood and some hardwood. Looks like there was bananas in one of those cars. And the train goes by. And it's gone. We got some coal, we got some wood, we got some hardwood. That's not, all things considered, that's actually a pretty good train. Now I can break a couple coal nodes and cut down a tree or two and get the same stuff that I just got from the train. So I don't think it's worth going out of your way to go check a train every time one arrives, but if you're not doing anything else and you're not too far away, it doesn't hurt to check it out. One thing I want to see in the chat less than a request for art. Bye. Alright, there's our goat cheese, and put that stuff away as well. Nothing is finished growing today, and it's not wine yet, but what I can do is the fruit tree fruit. Do my midweek check of that. Well, it's Monday. Mid greenhouse growing cycle check. We now have one silver quality banana, and as not all of the mangoes are silver quality yet, until either all of the bananas or the rest of the mangoes are silver, I can't buy or I can't ship all of it in the mini shipping bin at one time. I will. It is Monday. I should check for a new quest in case there's, an easy one. Or something that I would do naturally in the course of playing. Nope, not going specifically for flounder. I'm not trying to make a bunch of seafoam pudding or anything. And again, giving up valuable eggs for the omelet. Omelet is not something I'm doing anymore. Let's go to the island and see what Mr. Key has for us. A lot of times once I've done the gem puzzle, I ignore the gem birds, but I can sell that. As I put more and more bee houses down, it gets harder for my horse to get around to Mr. Key, but as we can see, 99% completion, and the thing that doesn't show the most, obelisk 3 of 4. Sure, play game. I don't want to spend that time fishing. Sure, I could then like smoke them and get lots of money, but money is what we're already trying to do. Sirens did go off this morning. First Tuesday of the month. 10 a.m. siren test. They didn't go off last month because emergency response was busy. And those Siren tests are not automated. They actually need someone there to start them. And as emergency response was busy, couldn't do that. It sounded like a siren, but I think it was a vehicle. And yeah, I basically slept through the test. I was aware it was happening, but I did not fully wake up. I should have gone to sleep a little bit earlier last night, I think. As I'm back on my farm and kind of waiting, I can pop in here. It's never going to be too valuable to come in here, even with the botanist profession, but there'll be a little boost. Nothing we do today is going to be hugely lucrative. Just little bits of money from fruit. But that's why I have them, for the little bits of money. We're waiting on one pig to get back up there. And we'll see if it dug up a truffle somewhere in the grass. But you never really know. Alright, we'll pet our cat, we'll head inside. We'll continue trying to work down our coffee beans until I'm doing the... And I will up Junimo cart. We don't need to get on the leaderboard, we just need 50,000. So if we can complete 4 levels, that'll almost certainly do it, unless I skip all the fruit along the way. But the 5th level is easy anyway, so... They get an 80,000 the other day. I was pretty pleased with that. Ah, darn it. At my most skilled of Junimo cart, I was basically assured that I was going to get 50,000 every time I played. I don't know where that went. It's not like I'm particularly older than when I was able to do that, so it's not reaction time slowing down. Comes for all of us eventually, but still react pretty quickly. Alright, we're knocking the fruit on this level, but that's always something you have to be prepared for when you come to Gem Giant, that you're not going to get all or maybe even any of the fruit, which is the case here because the bubbles never allowed me to actually get down to a fruit. I was always above it. The worst part about not getting fruit is it doesn't have to check it. It sends you right into the next stage. And that's how you get easy deaths. You kind of need that moment for your brain to uh, prepare for the next stage. Especially when the speed difference of the stages is as different as it is between Gemsea Giant and Ghostly Galleon. Even if you just get one fruit, that extra moment is all you need. I think that one was the grace period that was added into the jump time. Sometimes when I'm playing on PC, by this point I've added the mod that just lets me push a button and have the points, but I decided to not do that for the streaming series. I decided every time I played Junimo Kart, I would struggle through it myself. Obviously, this is not a good Junimo Kart day because it never takes me this many tries to get 50,000. But I don't want to have the quest still in my journal taunting me on a different day, so I'll try a little bit longer. It's not that the key gems particularly matter. It's just that I like having the quests done. Alright, I got one of the fruits here, so if I make it past this level at all, it should be good. Because even if you don't have the other fruits, it still looks at them. Still does a check. I'm not going to go for that. If I can't get all three fruits on the first level, I'm just going to let myself die. So I bypass a fruit to make sure that I stayed alive on the stage, and then the ghost hitbox that I just do not understand killed me anyway. There are times on that stage where I'm absolutely certain I should have died, but don't. and times when I'm absolutely certain that I should have lived and died. So, I do not understand the ghosts. Not worth going for the cherry. If the bubbles don't get me, I can get that orange. I would love to get the grape as well, but yeah. I'll have to accept the one. Oh, come on! I thought I had that jump. There were no ghosts until near the end of the stage, and I still screwed it up. I hate those boulders. Man, this never happens. Ow. This is why I hate Junimo cards, because it doesn't matter how much you play it or how good you get. Sometimes it's just not going to be a good day. Not worth it. I'm not going to get that either. I wasn't even going to make the jump. That's one of those boulders that you're just dead. I couldn't go straight because it wasn't. I would just run into the side of it. I couldn't jump early enough because it wasn't on screen yet, and I can't bounce high enough off of it to still make the jump anyway. Oh, come on! First jump. Finally make that stage again and die immediately. I did miss the cherry on ice, so I probably wasn't gonna get 50,000 just by clearing the level anyway. Last time someone played Junimo Kart for this long on a stream was when Habu was waiting for 1.6 to release. He's doing Junimo Kart while waiting for the announcement. It's great. If I keep playing, then we're not going to finish perfection today. End the day, move on. I'm done. We are past the point where playing is no longer fun. So we move on to the next day. The game is cruel enough to show what score I made it to. At this point, I almost don't even want to bother going to the flower dance. Someone's calling us. Congratulations, you have a 10,000 JoJo rebate waiting for you. Please mail your credit card number to 133 North Gunga Street, Zuzu City to receive your rebate. How about now? By the way, we can receive mail in this game, but there is no way for us to send mail. I can't, like, put anything in the mailbox and put the little flag up. It does appear like there is a flag on the side of it, so... We are getting row from all three ponds today. But even so, we have more than enough preserved jars to handle it now. Today is wine day, so I know with absolute certainty that I am getting more than enough money today to finish everything tomorrow, but you cannot get to the Wizard's Tower on the way of the Flower Dance because the Flower Dance takes place in the forest. How unfortunate for us. Put that in, and since we decided we were going down to 20 of everything, I can go back to the uh, earlier crops as well. I don't know that I'll need them, but I should at least check the statues each day. Too bad the luck boost doesn't change anything in Genome Kart. I'll let all the animals out today, but only the pigs tomorrow. Since animals inside will get free food tomorrow. Don't think that happens in Harvest Moon games. I think they always uh, consume food. And then there's a Wonderful Life where each season is only 10 days, but the days are like half an hour long. And you have to water and feed things multiple times in the course of one in-game day. Which I'm not a fan of. One of the many things I was not a big fan of regarding that game. But it linked to my favorite Harvest Moon game, Friends of Mineral Town, so I played it anyway. So I could get all the extra goodies. One thing that the Harvest Moon series did not do well is its music. It had one track for each season, and it just played that on loop for every single 30-day season. No other music. The linking allowed me to get more music that I could force the game to play instead. So you can actually get some variation. It's why one of the many things people praise about this game over what inspired it is the soundtrack, because you get multiple songs for each season. Plus, different music for different locations. Okay, so it is wine day. We are going to see how many additional kegs we can make. I should have spent some time smelting some iron ore, because I have less iron bars than I do oak resin. So it looks like iron is actually what is preventing us from making more today. No, I do not find that to be acceptable. We are going to pull out a bunch of iron ore and some coal, and we are going to make 4 more kegs. And we're going to be putting ancient fruit in all of them. So I'll go ahead and fill out the first shed. I did not look at the number even for a moment, so I don't know what 138 will be, but We'll hope that I don't miss any. And if I do, we'll find out on the next refill if there's a missing spot. I could always just walk around one more time. And I've already refilled like 3 that I missed on the first pass. Okay, I did 2 passes. I'm confident they're all full. What am I hearing now? Oh, Siri thought I was talking. Yikes. That's scary. Okay, so we are adding 21 kegs to the shed. Not even enough to finish the entire left side, but it is a start. I'm definitely hearing something. I'll be back shortly. Okay, so what I was hearing was a number of things. One was a package being delivered. Also, today is the day that the city is collecting large debris like tree branches and the like. And they're doing that right now. I didn't actually make the extra kegs. Remaining 4. Let's put those down. I expect there to be a bonus stream where I do the stuff after perfection that I will still need money for, but I'll probably just make the money quickly, not streaming it, and then just finish. But that may not be like a full length stream, so I may do something else on that day as well. But this is not the last time you'll see Stardew Valley. I have a little bit more to accomplish. But perfection, we're like less than an hour away. And I'll show you some of the things you get. The other stuff is stuff I could do now. I just don't have all the money I would need for it. And decided to focus on obelisks and golden clock instead. Decided to see how much money we actually make today. Every time I try to add more and more kegs, hoping I'll break large amounts of money. Once again, I think my best bet is just to head to bed. I'll make one, only one, no matter how quickly I fall, attempt. If I had missed the first jump, I would have hated my life forever. When you say one attempt, you really hope you make it past the first level. Oh, but that was just nasty. Put the cherry in the worst possible spot. So we made over 500,000 in food things. The 208 ancient fruit wine got us 480,000 by itself. Next time with 25 more kegs, it would be more than 500,000 by itself, which is exactly the amount I need for one of the other things I want to buy. Don't go into town today, go down to the forest. That's where the dance is. If I go to the dance and you don't show up, I'm going to be very upset. I would divorce you for that. When you go somewhere for someone else's sake and they don't bother to show up, that shows disrespect. We are getting strawberries today, as I said we would. 24th is one of the days. Eh. Okay. I hear they got stuck walking down on me. It's not like my old computer where the key just got stuck. It was some other random happenstance. Fortunately, Wednesday is not a greenhouse or ancient fruit day, so I don't need to worry about taking care of that in addition to the festival. As I said, I'm only letting the pigs out because everything else eats for free. The pigs will eat grass outside, but if I don't let them out, they don't get truffles. And no, my 47 truffles that I'm currently holding is not enough. I'm not happy until I'm holding hundreds of truffles. And, as a number of my pigs are only at 3 hearts, that's not happening yet. If I wanted, I do probably have the materials to change the grass in here to bluegrass and make it go up a little bit faster. But me. Bluegrass is Bluegrass starter is also something I wasn't really into on my first playthrough after the update to 1.6 because I chose Meadowlands Farm because it was shiny and new, and of course that has bluegrass naturally, so I didn't really get the appeal. But on any other farm type, you have to wait until you unlock the walnut room, and then you get the bluegrass starter. And can change your grass. Alright, so all of our daily tasks are taken care of. Let's head down to the forest to dance with our wife. Can you even ask to dance with anyone else? And how upset would Penny be if I did? Let's talk to Margo first and see if she'll let me ask. I can ask someone else. Thanks for going through with the formalities. I almost asked someone else just to see what would happen, but if you haven't made a tub of flowers yet, or don't want to keep the one that you made, you can buy one here and see it. No, dancing in front of the town in the ill-fitting suit is always bad. At least make your suit fit. Big fish in the river, he says. Dandelion salad. Red jelly wafting in the wind looks like it's dancing. Maybe that's just the wine speaking. Well, I haven't had any wine and it kind of looks like it's dancing to me too, so. It makes the town lively. Jody and I ever have a daughter, maybe we'll name her after a flower. He's still thinking about future children's. Apparently Pierre doesn't really know how to dance. Jody's special dandelion earring. If he actually uh worked up the courage to ask Emily to dance, she would probably say yes. But he doesn't, so she dances with Shane instead. Unless you dance with her. On odd years, Vincent says he's disappointed that he can't be Flower Queen. But on even years, he says if there's a queen, there must be a king. Leo wants to know if he can dance with a bird. Maybe Lewis will ask you to dance, but we'll never know because we never see any of the adults dancing. Yeah, let's get on with it. What was the flower dance we changed to 1.7? Make it so much more interesting. Add a twirl or something. Don't think the pigs did a whole lot today, but that's okay. So we are currently at 914,000, which is more than enough. And we'll make some money today as well. So we'll do our tasks, we'll go get the obelisk. Our daily tasks, I mean. We'll go get the obelisk, we'll go to the island and harvest the ancient fruit. And then when we wake up on Friday, we'll have a few in-game messages. Sleep time. Cockle-do. And you can too. I remember the first time I married Abigail and she mentioned David Jr. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Turns out that's her uh, pet guinea pig on the farm. She has a new one. I did not see the child, so I hope oh, it was blended into the background there. Okay. The child is not in the void. That happens sometimes. I'm already going to Ginger Island, so it's convenient that today is a honey day. People that I talk to will like me more today. How do I get that blessing? It's people to like me more when I talk to them. Alright, so while the pigs did eat grass, we have enough spaces where it can spread from that grass is better today. But I'm still gonna leave the other animals inside. I have a lot to do on this day and I don't want to forget to close the doors when I'm done with all of it. So the fewer animals I have outside, the easier it'll make everything else. If I had over 1 million on hand money, I would actually do something different today. Or something in addition to completing the obelisk. But since I only have money for one of the two things, it's going to be the obelisk. Granted, I will have enough money to do the other thing tomorrow, but then I'll do the other thing tomorrow. We are completing our perfection tracker today. As soon as I get this goat cheese processing. I wonder if Penny thinks we're aging wine down there. She's never been down there and she doesn't talk about the cellar, so who knows. In-game spouses don't care about their character's cellars. Not in this game, not in Skyrim. They never. The cellar is your personal space. Okay, I'll need 5 iridium bars for this. So let's hop on the horse and get down to the wizard's tower. And when we get back to the farm, we can warp over to the island and harvest things. Just to also show, this is the only in-game achievement we're missing. Not all achievements are necessarily required to achieve perfection, but chances are you'll get most of them along the way. Water obelisk is the last one. I doubt I will ever use it, but it is there. And if I went to the tracker now, it would say 100%, but I actually have to see certain things for any of the bonuses to become available. We will be going to the island again after this day. Because there are 2 special things I can get from the island once, perfection. And I would like to showcase both of them, at least briefly. Alright, so we are harvesting 738. Ancient fruit, if I can get the scythe properly equipped. Let's start swinging it. Last time we missed one plant and had to go find it, so hopefully that won't be the case today. The sound of harvesting 700 fruit is so satisfying. I guess even though other things are important tomorrow, there is also greenhouse harvest. One of the things you can get after perfection costs quite a bit of money. 500,000 G to be precise. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that because it would require me to change up my animals. I put so much work into raising them. Alright, careful here. Careful here. That fairy rose is finished regrowing, but the one in the middle of there is not. So we still got 3 wild honey, but I'll survive. We are getting, on average, enough ancient fruit each week that even once both uh, sheds are full, we will be getting, will it will be self-sustaining. I will always have enough uh, ancient fruit from the island alone to always have the kegs filled. I saw a truffle on the grass. It's my horse. Because I'm mostly just waiting for the pigs to go back inside so that any additional truffles I decide they want to dig up will appear. But I'm also excited to get to sleep. One pig is still outside. But it is heading towards the barn. And as with other days, I will give one more attempt for Gina Milk Cart because it'd be fun to go to the final scene without a quest in my journal. It's not required. I'm not going to be derailed by a boulder right now. I'm going to get killed by a boulder. It's going to be in the lava level. Not level 1. Let's not worry about going fast. Worry about living. I'll skip that entire slick floor. RNG. Alright. We are going to sleep and we are making good money. Very good money. Alright, day 26 of spring, year 4. You feel it in your heart somewhere, somehow. Grandpa is beaming with pride. The legacy of Shady Hills Farm is eternal. A rumbling sound was heard in the distance. Why is it raining today? Don't want it raining for this. I will ask chat, should I go today on the rainy day or should I go tomorrow when it's sunny? I have my morning farm tasks to do first anyway, so you have some time to answer. When we go outside, nothing is happening. Something is supposed to happen. Maybe it's not happening because it's raining. Well, that's disappointing. Parrots are supposed to fly by. Where are my parrots? I hope it gives them tomorrow. We achieved perfection, darn it. I should get all of my rewards. And part of that is a flock of parrots. Rain is ruining everything. We're not seeing the credits. Not in the rain. Thankfully, the forecast doesn't show rain for tomorrow. If it did, I would close the game, open up the save file, and edit it so it won't be raining, but you can force the next day to be raining with the totem, but you can't force a day to be sunny. Which is all I want right now, a sunny day. Don't worry, I will still get perfection on this stream. We won't end without it, but I have to wait one more day to see everything. However, it being raining does not prevent me from the other things I wanted to do today. I can still harvest the greenhouse, and I can still go to Robin's, as long as I don't wait too long. There's something that costs 500,000 G that I can talk to Robin about. I also need 950 pieces of wood, and if I don't have enough, I'll buy the rest. But I think I do. Yeah, I've got the wood. Alright, so if we were to see the cutscene today, it would require me going up to the train station. The two particular points in the game where there's a rumbling sound both relate to that area. One is the third day of the first summer when uh, the train station opens up, and then when you reach perfection, there's a rumbling sound from the same area. Find that interesting. The only other crashing sound you hear, I believe, is when a meteorite lands on your farm. Alright, so all my house renovations are done. I'm not going to open the dining room or the bedroom. Community upgrade. You want to build Pam a house? That's a great idea. I'll just need 950 wood and 500,000 G. Yes. So right now, Pam still lives in the trailer, as would Penny if I hadn't married her. We're gonna have Robin build them a house. So now I do not have a lot of wood anymore and spent about half of the money I'd made in the past couple days, but it's worth it. There are 2 community upgrades. You have to do the house before you can do the other one. And you have to, either finish the Joja development or the community center before the community upgrades become available. So it's greenhouse day. We can harvest all of the fruit tree fruit again, and all of our ancient fruit as well. 3 of the bananas are up to silver quality now, but none of the other fruit will be gold for quite some time, and the rest of the mangoes and bananas will not be silver for a little bit yet. I like when everything is the same quality here, so I can put it all in the mini shipping bin. No animals outside today because it is raining. Okay, I've done everything I want to do today, and I want to get on to doing the fun stuff. So I will do one more attempt at Junimo card again, and then go to sleep at 2 p.m. like a speedrunner or something. Actually, a lot of times speedrunners go to bed even earlier than that, but now, unacceptable. I don't care how many uh, runs I say I'm going to attempt, that one does not count. Actually, I'm not even sure if you can see the cutscene on the rainy day. I never had to be rainy the day after getting perfection, so I don't know. But there are a lot of things in the game that happen on the next sunny day. Especially hard events. That was a mean bubble. Made hundreds of thousands more thanks to the greenhouse. We wake up. Sunny day. Take your luck not on my side and shove it. I'm going to be fine. Interact with the amorphous blob crawling around. There's my parrots. Now it feels like perfection. Yes. It feels so much better now. Should it have mattered to me? No, but it does. Yeah, I've done enough streams now that you know that about me. Things that shouldn't bother me sometimes do. Not doing anything else today. Uh, besides daily farm chores. No big harvests to do. No uh, wine to replace. No skull cavern dive or lava eel fishing. Nope, we got everything taken care of. I'm gonna let all the animals out because they deserve the fresh air on such a lovely day. Not even hiccups can ruin my mood. I shouldn't ignore the maple syrup. Or this tree that's trying to sprout. Go away. I'm doing all these daily things first because there's still things to buy. I'll still want the return scepter. There's another community upgrade. And there's the animal related item as well. Alright. Put this stuff away. Away we go, Moon. To the train station. As a uh, point of curiosity, Robin is here, but she's simultaneously working on a house. Alright. We're coming up here. We can finally come up this way, so when forgeables keep spawning up here, I can actually get them now. I will dismount and go the rest of the way up to the summit on foot. I'm going to remove my parrot trinket so it's not floating around me through the scene. New achievement, perfection. And your spouse will be here if you have one, otherwise it will be Lewis. Even if Krobus is your roommate, it'll still be Lewis. Hey, Patrick. It's so beautiful up here. I was just thinking about the last 4 years. We've been through a lot together, haven't we? But look how far we've come. We have a beautiful home and a thriving family. It's all I've ever dreamed of and more. You do not kiss Lewis if he's the one up here. Grobus is being carried by a bird. Being chased by the dwarf. And the wizard chasing after both of them. And the witch following behind. You get fairies. And UFOs. Because we've seen both events. And we get a character roll. All of our neighbors. And Dusty, of course. And some different characters. Get the trash bear. And the various animals you can have. We see golden chickens here. And the cat. We didn't get any blue chickens, and we haven't been able to get golden chickens as of yet. See some of the forest critters and some birds as well. Butterflies and frogs. All the fish. And we get our mermaids again. Cursed squid. I had to wait extra seasons to finish my cooking collection. Including the extended family fish. And now we can actually see what the proper name of all the enemies are. We got slimes, dust sprite, bats, stone golem, wilderness golems, including the iridium one, which you won't see unless you have that particular farm. Grub, fly, shadow people, ghost, carbon ghost, Dougie, rock crab, of a couple different kinds. The lava crab, the iridium crab, squid kid, that is actually its name. Skeleton, skeleton mage, metalhead, spiker. You see those in the volcano. Bug, mummy, big slime, serpent, pepperex, lava lurk, hothead, magma sprite, magma dougie, magma sparker, the false magma cap, the dwarvish century, the putrid ghost, the spider, blue squid, all those things you see in dangerous mines. Yes, they all have official names. No JoJo services used. Forest flying through space. Did not use the golden parrot. Did not use perfection ravers. Went the community center route. No JoJo. It's been a long road. You challenged yourself to reach the summit. What an accomplishment. We've been watching every step of the way. And you've made us very proud. And now we're just here at the summit. And we can sit on the bench up here if we want to. Gembird flying by. So that is the scene you get when you achieve perfection. Some of the dialogue may slightly change depending on who you married, but for the most part it's unchanged. So what does perfection do for us in terms of gameplay? Well, let's take a look at some of the things that happen. First of all, I'm going to go down to Marnie's shop. Just real quick. We'll have to decide what exactly we want to do about this information. But if you come, you cannot find it in the purchase animals. But if you check the supply shop, you can now find a golden egg. It costs you 100,000 G. And you can incubate that egg and hatch golden chickens, which will give you more golden eggs. And a golden egg in the mayo maker, I believe, gives you 3 golden mayonnaise, which means that it would take quite some time for you to uh, get back the cost. I know that there's some intricacies of that. So, to get a golden chicken, it takes 5 days to incubate. You can sell a golden egg for 500 G or place it in the mayo machine to make 3 gold quality mayonnaise. So, gold quality mayonnaise with the artisan profession sells for 399 each, so you get about 1200 roughly. Which means even a iridium quality golden egg, which sells for 1000, would not be uh, which means that it is profitable to turn it into mayo. The sell price of a golden chicken itself is the same as a regular chicken. So you can't like incubate a bunch of golden chickens and make a bunch of money by selling them once they like you. Honestly, the golden chickens are more of a flex that you reached perfection rather than a way to make any reasonable amount of money from animals. But hey, you reached perfection. If you want to flex, flex. I'm going to show you a couple things on the island now. I'm going to go first to the volcano. And if you go up to the forge, maybe it has to be the next day. There's supposed to, oh no, I can see it. There's a little monkey there. If you interact with the monkey, you get a question mark, question mark, question mark, which is, the concerned ape mask. So now I can walk around like I made the game, but I did not. Now, we had a tracker that showed us our progress to perfection. It'd be kind of weird if nothing about that changed when she would actually receive perfection. So let's go check it out. Talking to Mr. He now just says stop by whenever you want to relax. Because you achieved perfection. What else is there to do? You can also get a golden egg here for 100 key gems if you don't want to buy one from Marnie. The witch can also has a variant golden witch that can fly by and leave a golden egg in your coop, but that's quite rare. If you interact with the perfection tracker now, you get the statue of true perfection. Total complete 100%. This statue is made of pure iridium. So, for having a decent evaluation at the end of the 2 years, you get the statue of perfection. If you achieve 100% according to the tracker, you get the statue of true perfection. Now, the statue of perfection gives you iridium ore every day, and that's a pretty good reward. So, what makes the statue of true perfection even better than daily iridium? Well, I'll show you very shortly. I'm going to move it. I'm going to move them both over here. Right there. We want to progress days fairly quickly. Yes, I did achieve perfection, but it'd be nice if I could show Pam's house today as well. And I still need to progress a couple days for that to happen. We commissioned it yesterday. Today is day 2 of it. When it's done, all you have to do is walk into town at some point. It doesn't matter which way you come from. Until it's done, the trailer will remain there and there will be no signs that construction is actually taking place. There is a daffodil hiding behind a partially grown tree. We're gonna wear the Concerned Ape mask for the rest of the stream, by the way. I can put the parrot egg back on too. Alright, our animals are already inside. So close up all the doors. We have 1 day left of spring. I mean, after I go to sleep, we have 1 day left of spring. Let's put more tea leaves in. I was keeping up for the first day, but after a couple days of tea, If you only have 4 kegs, you're going to end up behind. But I'll have the first 3 weeks of summer to slowly work it down along with any coffee I'm getting, so. The key quest to get 50,000 points is still active for 2 more days. So I see no reason to not give it one attempt. But there are more exciting things going on in the game at this point than 20 key gems for uh, your pain. At least I made it to this stage this time. There, finally. I was gonna be a little bit disappointed if I didn't successfully complete what will likely be the last quest I accept. Doesn't matter, I got my gems. I win. Oh, she made the bed. Thank you. I wonder when exactly she does that. If I go to bed at 2 p.m., does she then go to make the bed and then find that it's already being slept in? Or maybe she does it first thing after I exit the house every day, and as long as I don't immediately go back to sleep, everything's fine. I made my bed yesterday, but that's just because I needed a place to put my clean clothes when I was folding them. And an unmade bed doesn't feel good when you're folding clothes. Alright, we will get some coffee going. We're on the last day of spring. You already see it. I'm not talking about it yet. So I'll put that away. And the Statue of True Perfection gives you a prismatic shard every single day. Now, whether you need prismatic shards still once you achieve perfection, well, probably not. But if you still want to keep playing and give people loved gifts every day, or enchant your tools, or do whatever it is you can do with prismatic shards, you're getting one every day to play with. Or maybe you just want to sell it. They sell decently. You can do whatever you want with them. You have earned the right to receive a free one every day. I mean, if you're really into Skull Cavern dives and go there every day, you're probably getting multiple each day, but for those of us who don't do a lot of Skull Cavern dives, free prismatic shards is nice. I'm capable of doing deep Skull Cavern dives. I just don't particularly care to all that often. We got a lot of Legend Row today. Which means for the first time since expanding the number that I have, I am short of being able to process all of them right away. Doesn't matter too much now, but it does feel better to be able to process all the stuff you want to process. Chances are at least one of them will finish before the end of the day, and I'll just be able to put in the rest of the row then. Alternatively, I could use some of my built up accumulation of fairy dust to make one finish immediately and then do that, but is that really an efficient use of fairy dust? If I needed an additional fairy rose to make more fairy dust, I could always uh, take an extra seed packet to the island and harvest one of the ones that is not currently impacting honey. If I needed more fairy rose to make something. Alright, I'm not sure if Pam's house is finished today or tomorrow. I'm gonna head into town and hope that it's today. The house cutscene is in no way related to perfection. It's just once you don't need to spend money to get perfection, spending 500,000 G to give Pam a house doesn't seem like a big deal anymore. Okay, it'll be tomorrow. Oh well. I guess the day that you asked for it to start being made does not count. So the main thing that we still want money for, the second community upgrade is 300,000 G. But of course, there's still the return scepter, which costs 2 million. I'm gonna buy the wizard catalog real quick. I like having all the catalogs. We're gonna see if the traveling cart has the retro catalog. The return scepter does not seem as exciting once you're already at perfection. And since there's like nothing else to spend money on once you've had the community upgrades as well. It's like, I'll get to 2 million eventually. Don't rush me. I could buy 1 penny portrait every time that the traveling cart is there and just cover every remaining open space of wall with a picture of Penny. Because that's not creepy at all. Now, my current playthrough on the Switch, I'm going to marry everyone and have a room that is just the walls of the various uh, marriage candidates. And beneath it, I'm going to put a table or something that has one of their loved gifts. Because that is creepy. And the idea amuses me. So I picked up the Wizard catalog. The only other catalog I actually have right now is, sadly, yeah, trash one. Doesn't even have the JoJo one. But the Wizard catalog is the coolest anyway. Elixir shelves and bookshelves, crystal balls and book piles and cauldrons and all sorts of fancy tables. Stacks of books and piles and individual books and a tea table. I'm gonna get a couple. I'm gonna get myself some bookcases. Once I have the Wizard catalog, I like to spruce up the uh, spruce up this room a little bit. Large bookcases. It may not be functional, but I can see all the bookcases. We'll put this bookcase elsewhere. We're gonna have a bookcase between children beds. Children should have access to books. I'll just put the plant over here somewhere. Oh, there's nothing in that dresser. Because for some reason dresser storages are not linked. Even though they really should be. Alright. Do we have any starfruit currently? I mean starfruit seeds. It might be too late to buy any. I'm not sure exactly when Sandy's shop closes. Okay, it's not too late. I'm just gonna buy like 300, just to be on the safe side. I think it's 200 something, but tomorrow I will be siphoning up all the strawberries, and replacing it with Replacing it all with starfruit for the summer. And because it's regular speed grow, there will only be 2 harvests, but that's okay. So it wasn't quite 6 o'clock when I came back onto the farm, so that pig is having some trouble. It's walking a very short path between the fence and the lightning rod. I'm gonna pop in and out of here, pet my cat because it's right there, and close this door. Find a surprise truffle at the gate. Find a couple surprise truffles. Let's see how many more are actually hidden from me. There's one forage item somewhere on this farm. It's either another truffle that I'm missing or a forageable that I have not, a regular forageable that I have not seen yet. They are pretty good at hiding from you, and sometimes they actually spawn outside the borders. I've seen it happen. If that happens, there's nothing you can do, just accept the loss and move on. Whatever it is, this is the last day of the season, so it will go away when I go to sleep. That's why I'm even bothering to look around a little bit. But maybe it's just a truffle. Yep, it was a truffle. That one's gonna be done in 10 minutes. That legend row. I'll collect all of these, but I won't put anything back in there just yet. Yes, several rows just finished, so I should be okay, but alright, I want to show at the very least one more day so that we can see the new house. No unwatered crops, no crops ready. I can see how many it is there. It's 188, not 200 something. And there's one spot of open tilled soil. I see that in the animal pen. I had a dig spot at one point. Alright, so we're going to sleep and we are entering summer. I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting any of the rewards. Text appears the morning after. Rumbling sound in the distance. Ginger Island parrots, statue of true perfection, golden eggs and chickens. The concerned apath. There is one thing that happens with perfection that I have not shown. So I'll make sure to do that today as well. Summer may be searing hot, but the humidity feels great. Oh, good lord, Penny. No, the humidity does not feel great. I'm never marrying you again. I'll still give you an emerald, but growing up in Illinois, you learned to not like humidity. Alright, so we can scythe all of this. But even if the plants die with the season change, they still get watered. And uh, any fertilizer that was there also remains. Or not? Did the fertilizer go away? If so, I need to put some deluxe beetroot down right away. Like, go to the town and buy it. I thought the fertilizer stayed. But maybe that's only if the crop grows in 2 seasons, not dies at the change. But it's showing the soil as watered, not fertilized. So unless the uh, mod is bugged, I can put deluxe speed grow down and get 3 harvests out of them this season, which would be kind of cool. Either way, at least get it all planted. I don't really want to start fertilizing unless I can do it all. Alright, so we will still take care of our animals because I've had enough days of playing this game where I forgot that they should be taken care of. So this stream will not last a whole lot longer once I've shown everything I want to show. But there will be at least one other thing left to show. That I would need to play several more days to actually show it. So I might get that finished off screen so that I can show it in addition to what I stream on a different day. We also have honey today. Alright, because I blocked the way up to Grandpa's shrine, I have to go around. But when you achieve perfection, a little star trap icon appears on top of the shrine. It's not something you can interact with to get another reward, it's just a visual change. But it's nice. It looks good. Cool design. Alright, let's continue getting things taken care of. don't believe I have any additional deluxe speed grow in any of my chests. I believe it was all in that one. I have more regular speed grow because I bought extra. Of course, ideally I would buy it from Sandy, but as it's not Thursday, she's not selling it today. But, waiting until Thursday to put it down would render the extra days pointless. It would not apply retroactively to days that I have already completed. Need to get into town, but we also have honey to harvest. Leo's hanging out on the island today. Make sure that anything that is not called the iridium scythe is my active slot. That's how we make mistakes. Well, some mistakes. Sometimes I manage to make a mistake anyway. The evidence would be any wild honey I get today. I do see those dig spots when I walk past them. I'm just not too concerned with what they have. But the mistakes that I make on the island can be fixed because we got all fairy rose honey today. Huzzah! All 114 is flower honey. So let's sell all that off. I'm trying to get off my farm so that we can see a event. But you keep on adding more for me to do. Alright, so walking into town, 3 days have passed. Hey Patrick, so what do you think? I feel pretty good about it. In fact, it might be my finest work yet. Notice the round window? Very, very difficult to bend the frame like that. Oh, and the intricate carvings on the door took me forever. Did you notice that? I guess I'm rambling about wood again, huh? I am more than happy to hear about the rounded fenestration on the new house, Robin, but let's move on for now. Anyway, I'm going to go talk to them, but first I have to ask. Do you want me to tell them you paid for this? It has no impact on friendships. Obviously, the dialogue changes depending on whether they say yes or remain anonymous. I'm going to say yes. This time. Okay, let's go. You still get to be a part of the conversation, even if you remain anonymous, but... Hi there, neighbors. That's a nice new house you got there. Robin, I don't know what to say. This is a dream come true. It's all I've ever wanted. Patrick, what are you doing here? What, you didn't tell your wife about this? Oh, she does not look happy. Patrick came up with this idea and paid for the whole thing. You didn't need to do this. But thank you. This means a lot to me. This must have cost a fortune. To be honest, this is kind of embarrassing. How can I ever repay you for this?
You can say, you're my mom, no repayment needed. Obviously, that's only if you're married. I think it's, you're my friend. Or you can start by treating Penny better. I don't remember having said this before, so I'm going to choose the you're my mom option. Then I'll just have to swallow my pride. Thank you, Mom. Don't worry, Mom. We just want to make you happy. No one in Pelican Town looks down on us for being poor. I ain't poor anymore, kid. Put that thought out of your mind. From now on, we'll be like a real family. You hear? I don't want to be so bitter all the time anymore. I'm gonna try to turn my life around. Aw, such a sweet dog. She'll still be at the saloon every night, but no. Yeah, so we didn't tell our wife what we were doing. Can't believe you bought me a house. Is there any catch? Sorry, I'm nice to people being so nice. Sure, you can be nice, but not everyone is going to buy you a house. That is kind of crazy. It would be okay to be skeptical about that. Anyway, we're going to come up here, and there's still a community upgrade as an option. You'd like me to add a few shortcuts around the valley? Sure, I can do that. I'll just need 300,000 G. Should be finished in around 3 days. This one is just pay for it. You don't need to give her any materials. But I would have to pay 3 more days to see that, and that would push me to a stream that I'm not comfortable to a stream length that I'm not comfortable going to today. So I think I will play 2 days off screen at some point. I mean, you know the routine by this point. Tomorrow will be Tuesday, so there will be wine. Uh, there's not a whole lot to do on Wednesdays, but I'll get something done. And then Thursday is a island harvest, and I'll show you where all the shortcuts are. But I don't necessarily need to show every day between today and the shortcuts being done because, well, you know exactly what's going to happen. And I did not get to Pierre's in time. I mean, I can still go in, but... And I only have 10 oak resin, which means I don't think I can get all of the deluxe speed grow I would need. I have plenty of bone fragments. If I craft it, it's 5 each, which would be 50 more. Add 50 to my 95, and that's 145, which is less than I have planted. Oh, I screwed everything up again. The key to the town does not make Pierre stay open later. Because you've always been able to go in after 5 o'clock. Unless he went to the island today, that might work. If he was at the island, the till might still be accessible. So we'll check that, but I don't think it works either way. He wasn't at the island regardless. Tend the shop, damn you. I also don't think I can stand around waiting for him to kind of walk by. I think that only works for Robin. I also don't know when his schedule changes. If I can't put down deluxe speed grow, then it's not really worth putting anything down because regular speed grow would still not give me a third harvest. it's at least deluxe speed grow or nothing. With regard to the at least, there's no way I have enough radioactive ore to do all of that either. So we're going to stand here and hope that when Pierre is no longer standing by the shelf, he walks to the left. He does not. If you walk to the left, I could probably manage to trigger the shop inventory when he walked by, but since he doesn't, it's no-go. We'll double check if I can do a hyperspeed grow, of course. Oh, I haven't seen the uh, scene for bringing Pam the potato juice. So we see in the top left, Penny has her own room still. It's just a little bit bigger, more furnishings, but a lot of the stuff is still the same. She's still got a bookcase and the shelving. She has a nice chair in there too. Pam has her own room now with a proper bed, but you can still see the cans strewn about. So her room is still a little bit of a mess, but the rest of the house is more or less clean. And the same couch, still a small TV, but maybe her eyesight is decent. Let's have a little taste. Tui. I said potato, not fermented baboon kidney. So yes, potato juice is not what she was actually hoping for. So there's a table here, bigger table, more dedicated kitchen than just part of the one room. So yeah, so this is a pretty nice house. It's not as big as ours, but you know, it's still a nice house. And unlike some of the other houses, you can actually tell that these are different floors. Because the stairs look a little different than they do in some other buildings. I know that you followed me for Skyrim, and I know you want me to play more. I'm not completely done with Skyrim. There will occasionally be a stream where I pop in to play it for a little bit, but it is not a currently ongoing series. The file that I did start, that I've played on stream a couple times, is me allowing myself to use the things that are given to you as rewards. Hey, this is the finale of Stardew Valley. It's a very exciting stream. Unfortunately, the hyperspeed grow is one at a time, so even if I used all my radioactive ore, I still wouldn't have enough. If I combined it with the deluxe speed grow, then yes, I would. But unfortunately, we're just going to accept 2 starfruit harvests this season. Next time I stream on Thursday, it will be Pokemon. Because everything I needed to do to set up for that next stream will be done tomorrow. All the stuff with preparing gym leader rematches. But until I decide what I'm doing after, what game I'm doing, what cozy game will replace Stardew Valley? That could possibly be Skyrim, a day or two of that time period. As things are, uh, I basically showed all that reaching and achieving perfection entails. So we are going to end off Stardew Valley here for now. I will pop in for a brief period of time later this week, but not to do a full-length Stardew Valley. But for now, thank you for joining me on this journey through a beautifully cozy game. If you are watching live on YouTube or on Twitch, thank you for being here. I appreciate you whether you chatted or lurked. If you are watching the archive later on YouTube, thank you for checking it out. And I hope that however your day is going, it is progressing favorably for you. And I will see you in the next one.